Hey Cardinal Wrestling fans, welcome to this episode of Cardinal Clips, brought to you on Friday, March 4th. All right, taking a look back on last weekend, it was the Pac-12 Championships in Tempe, Arizona, hosted by Arizona State University. As a team, we finished in 4th place, a little short of our overall goals as a team, but we had some outstanding individual performances nonetheless. Taking a look at our individual performances, starting with our 6th place finishers, we had two guys that won at 149 pounds, that was Tommy Pawelski, and then at 157 pounds, Peter Russo. Both of those wrestlers we asked a lot of throughout the year. They filled in late in the season for some injuries, and so they obviously competed their hearts out and fought for every single point throughout the tournament. Taking a look at our 5th place finishers, we also had two of those. Starting things off at 133 pounds was Mason Pengelly. Great to see him go out with the win against a tough Cal State Bakersfield opponent. Mason's a guy that we asked a lot of. He suffered a mid-season injury, one that actually will require surgery, and to see him push through that and wrestle for the team was pretty exciting. At 197 pounds, Zach Nevels finished in 5th place as well. A great way to finish for him. Another guy that we asked a lot of. He bumped up from 184 pounds to 197 late, and was able to come away with a big pin against the Boise State wrestler for 5th and 6th, so great job, Zach. All right, taking a look at our 3rd place finishers, we also had two of those. At 184 pounds, first one was Garrett Crone. Garrett had a real tough and close loss in the semifinals. He was then able to bounce back and really dominate the field on the backside. He actually outscored his opponents, I think, 26-0, coming through the back to finish 3rd. So that was great to see. He had a great year overall. Despite finishing one spot out of automatically qualifying, we think he has a great chance at an at-large bid, and we'll find out that next week. At 174 pounds, Keaton Subject also finished in 3rd place. Keaton was dealt a little bit of adversity. Prior to the tournament starting, he actually fell as the 4 seed, which put him in the semifinals against a real tough opponent. He narrowly missed pulling the upset there and advanced into the finals, but came back through the backside and wrestled really well, fought really hard for 3rd and 4th, and got a crucial takedown late to give him the win and take 3rd. That propelled him into a true 2nd match, which allowed him to wrestle for his shot to go to the NCAA tournament, and it was nothing short of exciting. Early in that match, Keaton hit an unbelievable headlock and secured the pin on the edge of the mat and punched his ticket to the NCAA, so great job, Keaton. All right, taking a look at our runner-up finisher, that was big Nathan Butler up at heavyweight. Nathan went 2-1 on the weekend. He had a big upset in the semifinals. He beat a top 12 opponent in Tanner Hall from Arizona State. Actually, the 2nd time this year that he beat him. That put him into the conference finals, where he came up short against another top 10 opponent from Oregon State. Nathan now will be automatically qualified for the Nationals as a 2-time national qualifier and has a great chance of being seated in the top 16 at the Nationals. All right, now I want to take a look at our 3 conference champions. Starting things off at 125 pounds was Connor Schramm. After finishing runner-up last year, he won the tournament title this year. And he had a tough come-from-behind victory in the semifinals against the Boise State opponent, and then in the conference finals, he had a tiebreaker victory over a number 7 ranked wrestler in the nation. So real excited for Connor, and he's positioned really well to be seated in the top 16 at the national tournament. At 141 pounds was freshman Joey McKenna. Joey really had a dominant performance throughout the whole day. He had a pin in the first round and then won solidly in the semis and in the finals. Joey becomes just the 5th Stanford freshman to win a conference championship ever. He's 22-2 on the season and should enter nationals as a very high seed, so we're excited about that. All right, and our last tournament champion up at 165 pounds was Jim Wilson. Jim went 3-0 on the weekend, advanced to the tournament finals with 2 dominating wins, and then in the finals he had a hard-fought victory over a top 20 opponent. With that victory, Jim has now won his 3rd consecutive Pac-12 championship, and in doing so, he becomes the first person in program history to have 3 Pac-12 titles. So great job, Jim. Jim's really heating up down the stretch, and we're real excited about his chances of being seated high at the national tournament. So altogether, we finished with 3 Pac-12 individual champions, which was the most in conference by any team. We also left the tournament with 5 individual NCAA qualifiers. That ties a program record. And with one of our wrestlers, Garrett Crone, being on the bubble for an at-large bid, we have a chance still to have the most single-season NCAA qualifiers. We will find that out next Wednesday. With the conference championship now in our rearview mirror, we have shifted all of our focus to the NCAA championships. The guys are prepping and training hard for their opportunity to compete in New York City inside of Madison Square Garden. For details on how to follow the NCAA championships, please tune in to next week's episode of Cardinal Clips. That's going to do it for this episode of Cardinal Clips. As always, go Cardinal. And remember, that's the color, not the bird.